going to cover the Asia region, I guess, of the Grand Prix. So both China and Japan. Tom, Nick, welcome. Did you enjoy the first few races of the season so far?
China especially, yes. Japan was okay as well.
Yes, I thought both were decent. I must confess I haven't watched China in full in real time because I was away with work, and then I did watch Japan properly as well, and I thought it was okay.
I think we had some concerns after Australia, and I don't think they've gone away from me. However, China probably made me feel much better about some of them because there was some proper racing. So it's almost like if you get the right mix of track with these cars, it's incredible to watch. If you get the wrong, mix as we saw kind of in Australia,
Yeah.
it's going to be an absolute disaster.
It's going to be a circuit by circuit, race by race sort of verdict, and the only true opinion of if it's good or bad is probably towards the end of the year. I mean, although having said that, there is this huge debate about Formula One and how it's handling the broadcasts and cutting to certain cameras at certain points, and it all looks a bit not ideal.
That was a massive bugbear for me in China especially, but also in Japan, was that the battles that were going on were all being shown in the little window, whilst the main shot is just showing the two leaders 2 seconds apart. And it's just like, you can leave that for a minute, just show the action and go back to it. Don't just have it in the little window. Really annoys me.
Yeah, too much of the window. I think they're trying to be too clever with that. And then also there was this whole Antonelli pole lap they put on the internet. And
yes,
where the sort of like, what would you call it, super clipping or derating or running out of energy was sort of conveniently switched to the exterior camera shots. They said in the comments or somewhere that, it's because the footage, there was an error with the footage, but then on the World Feed Live, it was on board, available.
Yes. Yeah. Sneaky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why F1 just is trying to hide it. Like,
I
this
think
is
embrace
what
it.
this is what you decided the rules are going to be. This is what they are. Like, don't pretend. Like, everyone knows what it is. Everyone's watching the cars slowing down 50 kilometers an hour in a straight. Like, we can all see it. Like, just don't lie about it.
Well, there are plans in place to look to try and mitigate some of it, or they're trying to get plans in place, I'd say. We'll have to see if that makes any difference, but there's lots of different things like allowing them to recharge more, having them super clip more, which ironically should help more because if they can recharge quicker, they won't need to do it as much. Or as much in the long straights, should we say.
For me, I just don't want anything knee-jerk because we've seen in certain instances this is capable of providing excitement. Whether or not that's purist racing or not is another debate, but excitement. And those things sound like a 27 thing for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of things they can do temporarily, and the one that is most annoying, I think, is the qualifying issue, where to go quicker in qualifying, you have to go slower.
You have to basically not be driving on the limit, and if you make a slight mistake, it impacts your boost capabilities on the next straight or subsequent straights. So therefore, we're not seeing these laps that are right on the edge.
And also that they harvest power in a lot of the fast corners, so therefore the fast corners are not being taken flat out. Because it makes the overall lap time quicker, but it's not challenging the drivers in the same way. The challenge is almost like a maths challenge. It just doesn't seem right.
No, it's a complete inverse of what you would expect from an F1 car. But listen, I don't know how much the FIA can actually change now that they're like these engines and power units are developed. Like if they suddenly went, right, the electrical's only 20% of your power now, we're just going to slow the cars like another 2 seconds slower.
And someone will lobby that because they'll have worked out, actually, our combustion engine's weaker than others. And so that'll prevent that from happening, I think.
Yeah.
I think the recharge rates are what they're looking at more, especially for qualifying. They're going to give them less recharge over the lap, so the cars won't harvest as much. But it means they could be up to 2 seconds a lap slower. But I'd still rather see a slower car flat out than a fast car not trying.
Yeah, but certainly, like the cars delivered in China, very good racing. I mean,
Yes.
if we go just start with that race, I mean, we saw some. It was his first sprint as well, and there was some decent bits in the sprint. As with good racing, especially with the Ferraris, and then we really saw that in the main race. I mean, Lewis Hamilton was like a 20-year-old again. Some of the battles he was having was incredible, which just showed, the differences in engine played a part in where the cars were positioned going into corners. But he was chucking up the inside of corners that you'd never see overtakes on. Like it
Yeah.
was spectacular to watch. So, say if you get the right combo of track with a brave driver and someone who's using their battery intelligently, it can produce brilliant racing. Like him and Leclerc was spectacular.
Hmm.
Can we say that maybe the cars at the minute can follow a little closer?
Definitely.
They definitely can, yeah. I'm not sure if it's because they're going a bit slower.
It's tricky, isn't it? But that seems a positive.
Yeah.
I still think it's a negative of sometimes where a car comes from too far back with too much of an overspeed and it looks a bit
Yeah.
false and weird. But you're right. The Ferraris really showed it in this race. It was amazing. I'm glad that they're allowed to race. No team orders this early on in the year. They nearly came to blows but didn't. So it was good. Even Leclerc on the radio was like, I'm quite enjoying this.
Yeah. I like to see that. And they did make contact with each other, both in China and Japan, but both very tiny touches that didn't result in any damage.
Luckily.
Yes, because that would have been a different story.
That would, yeah. Have you seen the video of Lewis Hamilton getting a strike in bowling?
No.
Check that out later. He throws it down and it turns around and can't see the result and it goes strike and Fred loses it. It's great.
Well, we saw a couple of inter-Ferrari fights so far in the first three race weekends. And do you think that maybe just shows that if both your engine and your deployment's fairly similar, so maybe this will just naturally close up as people catch up to Mercedes?
Yeah, maybe. I don't want to jump around all over the place, but in terms of catching up with Mercedes, I think Japan, we saw what McLaren is capable of when the cars start the race. And
Yeah.
just on the China point, I'll be really interested to see would we had that Ferrari battle if McLarens were close behind and had good race pace. They were out qualified by Ferrari, but in the race it could have been. We will never know. And maybe I just think they're no, well, they're not a dark horse now, but because they're on it and they are closing up and they've got the best powertrain, but they seem to understand it better than Alpine. So where was I going with that? Yeah, shame with double DNS is really embarrassing for McLaren in China. It would have been fascinating if they were on that grid because I think we would have maybe seen what we saw in Japan, where actually I think they can be quicker than Ferrari.
Yeah, and I think it is track specific, a lot of it as well.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have been quite as strong in China as they were in Japan. But like you say, we never got to find out.
I just feel that Russell should have won those first three races because I tell you, Antonelli, hey, one thing we did say in our preview, I think, watch out for Antonelli. His odds are quite high considering he's meant to be the next Senna and he's in the best car. I know he got a bit fortunate in Japan, but in China, like he out-qualified George
Yeah. And beat him.
and did the job. I think he did lock up and run wide towards the end on his own, didn't he? But
He did.
It's a great drive. And then that gives you the confidence then to go on and do it again.
Well, China was kind of a bit of a breakout weekend for him,
Mm.
beating George and winning. Because even you say Japan, he was fortunate to win, but he did stick it on pole.
Yeah. Yeah. And fought through.
Yeah. And I got lucky with obviously the safety car, which chucked him back up to the front. But
Did you see the gap he created, though, after the safety car?
yeah,
That was wild.
yeah. And then Russell couldn't really make any progress after that safety car as well. So, it wasn't as like it was completely a fluke. Antonelli was just quick.
Yeah, and I think sometimes I think Villeneuve has said about how the Mercedes is weak in dirty air and in traffic, but I'm not convinced of that because Russell was making a lot of good moves early on after the poor start. I think what it is because the cars are supposed to be semi-intelligent this year with the learning when to use the boost and things like that. I just think they get their act together further through the race. I think at the start things are a bit more up in the air because people are using their boosts in different places. And
Yeah.
then as the race goes on, it all evens out a bit more. That's
Yeah,
why
I
we
think
see
that's fair.
more action at the beginning, I think.
Yeah, yeah, because I love the race starts in this because you just know the Ferraris are going to jump 4 or 5 places, and you're guaranteed some racing for like the first 20 laps because you know that Mercedes is going to make a complete arse of the start
Yep.
and drop back. But you're right, like the first all 3 races, the first like 10 or 15 laps, you're going, well, someone might beat Mercedes here, and then
hmm
as they develop for the race, it just absolutely fly.
I love the race starts. Remember pre-season there was like petitions and lobbying for we should change something with the starts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all fun and games until someone has a serious accident, but for now, it does mean that at least at the start of the race you've got no idea what's going to happen, and it makes you anticipate the start of a Grand Prix for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only guarantee at the start so far this season is that Antonelli and Verstappen are going to be absolutely shocking.
Yeah. And Kimi's start in Japan wasn't even down to that bogging down, was it? He just
A lot of wheel
overcooked the
spin.
throttle.
Yeah, a lot of wheel spin. Yeah,
Just going back to China, there was lots of great moves, and fights, even down in the midfield.
hmm
And it's probably come back to your point, Nick, of like what was actually getting shown on TV.
Yeah.
I imagine it's hard to be an F1 TV director, and maybe they can make the second box like a quarter of the screen, just so that you've got a better view rather than a little window that they put in the timing side. But
Yeah.
quite often they were coming to switch into the moves after they're just finished, or quite what they did, and they've done this a few times in Japan as well, is you riding off board when a move is happening, and then they cut on board just as the person's finishing the move.
hmm
So you can't see if the other car's tried to cut back or do anything like that because you've cut to an onboard of a guy staring at an empty track in front of him. And it's like, come on, like surely at some point you've got to learn, just stick with the offboard and then cut back to the onboard if something happened as a replay. Or I don't know, but I think they could definitely be better than what they're showing.
Yeah. I can't even remember who the cars were in China, but there was two cars in the midfield that on the timing screen were swapping back and forth like 2 or 3 times a lap for a couple of laps, and none of it was shown on the TV. So it might not have even been interesting. It might have just been passing each other on the straight, but we never got to see it.
How close was that that Behrman Hadjar bit at the start?
Oh, yeah.
I was convinced that one of those was going flying.
I'm surprised as well with Behrman's rejoin. I thought, oh, he's right. They've navigated that, but he's coming back on at full speed.
Yeah.
Like was it Vitaly Petrov that once went off? It was Malaysia and it went flying. And he's steering
Malaysia.
wheel or something. I thought, here we go. There's going to be like a ridge or something.
Yeah. You know what I found hilarious, and I hope it's true, but there was paddock whispers going on around after, or around the Chinese Grand Prix and afterwards, that teams are strategizing for safety cars around the lap 15 to 20 because they know that one of the Astons is going to pull off every weekend.
Quite possible.
They know it's a guarantee that one of them's going to die at some point pretty early, so that they're strategizing for that to happen.
I mean, it's smart. Yeah, you should do that.
Yeah.
I mean, what is going on with Astons? Like they're getting a new team principal though, so there is that.
Oh, yeah, because
Um,
that's going to fix everything.
Yeah, but whether that actually helps them not be last or not, I don't know.
There's a lot to say there. Firstly, Andrew Wheatley's resigned from Audi.
Andrew?
He's done it again.
Oh, my word. Mr. Wheatley,
You've got Andrew on the mind.
Jonathan
Been
Wheatley.
in the news a lot recently.
Hey, oh dear. Jonathan Wheatley's resigned from Audi. It's been reported but not confirmed he's off to Aston Martin, but it seems like a done deal. But the weirdest thing for me is he had a good gig at Audi, no? And then secondly, what is the gardening leave scenario?
Yeah, it's not clear on that one.
Because Newey's already stepped down from that role, no?
Oh, well, he's announced he stepped down, but he still technically is the team principal until someone takes over. It's a very strange situation.
Oh, so obviously it's Aston because of that news there, but
Mhm.
this could not be, this could be months, right?
It could be. And the
And if it's
rumours
not
now,
months, Audi, what are you
uh,
doing with your contracts?
yeah, apparently Wheatley is unhappy at Audi because Binotto had more control. But we don't know if this is just rumours.
Well, now Benotto is team principal again, isn't he?
Yes, and he says they don't want to replace a team principal. He just wants someone basically to be a figurehead at the races for interviews because he won't be at the races.
Right.
So
All a bit
We'll
weird
see.
to me. Very surprising.
Mm.
But I mean, this is the Strolls throwing money at issues, maybe not supporting people in the right way, high turnover of people.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a blame culture. I don't know. I don't work there. It feels like that from the outside. And everybody must be incredibly demotivated to know that one of your drivers is old and one of them is Stroll.
yeah,
But everyone's thinking it who works there.
yeah.
Imagine walking into work every day and being faced with Lance Stroll. You would just go, oh,
Yeah.
no, I'm going home.
Anyway, he's doing a GT3 race in between during this cancellation of the couple of Grand Prix coming up. And I hope he does really, really well and enjoys it.
I agree. What engine is Aston using this year?
Well, it's a Honda.
Oh, yes, so it is. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Colin's just bought a new Honda. And have you got any vibrations?
Thankfully, my Honda wasn't built by the same people who do the F1 engines. So it all seems good so far.
Oh, it's a hybrid too as well.
It's a hybrid as well. It seems like the battery in mine's actual works though. So like again, maybe just bolt that in this and see what happens.
Yeah, well, it would be better, I think. Yeah.
Yes. I do have regenerative braking as well. I've got flappy paddles that controls it, which I'm still not really understanding. Anyway, did you see Alonso waving at the guy on the street? I'm just watching the wee gif that Nick's put in our
Yeah, it was one of the
race notes for
Cadillacs,
this.
I think. I can't remember which one it was, but just breezing past him.
Dear.
Man, imagine a Cadillac going past you. That's so bad. Like they crashed into each other as well in this race, didn't they? The Cadillacs.
They did.
They did. And that brings us to a slight debate as well.
Oh,
Is that the first crash or is it not?
Oh, yes. Right. Was there a crash in the sprint?
There was no actual crashes as such of what I would, someone going off. There was some contact between cars,
Yes.
but I'm not sure what counts.
Kimi Antonelli got a 10-second penalty for a lap one contact with Hadjar in the sprint.
hmm
So does that count? Have we given it to Kimi?
was it a crash? Yeah, I mean, if it was a road car, you'd say it was a crash, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but if we're talking into the wall, sure, it's Behrman at Japan.
Yes.
Fairman in Japan. Yeah.
Oh,
I would have said Perez into Bottas purely because that was my guess. But but no,
Right.
I think it's either Kimi or Ben.
right. Well, we'll put a steward review into this and we'll get an answer by next week.
Yeah, I mean, Nick does say first thing race crash Perez.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was
I say-
after the Kimi one, wasn't it?
The thing is, if we're calling this a crash, wouldn't you, when Perez and Lawson hit each other and carbon fibre went flying in Australia, would you put that as a crash?
It's hard to judge because that's just like a tap. It's not a
Yeah.
crash. I think a crash has to have an
So
element
it's
of
face
out of
the wrong
control.
way. Yeah.
And Kimi was locked up.
Yeah, right. Independent review. We'll let someone external from Australia decide this one.
Yeah.
We'll
Because Colin said
stick it-
Hadjar, and so if Hadjar was involved in the Antonelli crash, wouldn't it be that?
I mean, I'll take the point, but
Yeah.
if it wasn't me, I'd argue against that.
Anyway, either way, it's not me because I said Lindblad.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done quite well.
He has.
I've been fairly impressed. I mean,
He keeps
got
falling back in races, but he's doing very well, I think.
Yeah, I mean, was it Verstappen who was real upset? Oh no, it was Hadjar was real upset with him because he was proper fighting him in one of the races.
Rightly so.
Yeah.
The Verstappen was upset with him as well for driving slowly in the pit lane or something weird.
Yeah, brake checked him in the pit lane entrance.
That's what I want to see.
Which again, I like a wee bit of fight. Because let's be honest, there's no guarantee that Max Verstappen's going to be there at any point during the season.
Yes.
Because he's a whinging-faced Bairn. To just go Scottish on you there for a second.
Yeah.
Like I know these drivers aren't enjoying these cars, and we've also just spoken about all our reservations, but he's also the most vocal, and he's the most miserable man in the world. And I don't
After
know
Lance
if
Stroll.
it's yeah, sorry, I forgot about Lance Stroll. I don't know if it's just because he's not winning. If he was winning in these cars, would he be as critical? But he's clearly not enjoying them. And well, let's put it this way: do you think Max is going to quit at some point this year?
No, but I do think he could, if things don't improve, he could quit for next season. But I do think he'll stick out the season.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I did see the transcript of the BBC radio interview he did with Jenny Gow, and he's not happy. But my gut says it's politicking. Try and get the rules changed in their favour,
Yeah,
something like this. Although he's
Yeah,
got extra time to do some GT3 races now if he wants.
true.
he does. He got disqualified, didn't he, at the Nürburgring? Was it
Yeah,
Nürburgring?
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
So,
Bizarre as well because they used an extra set of tyres. You just think that's something that shouldn't happen, but
Yeah, I saw some crazed theory that because then there's technically a disqualification from that race, their BOP might not be affected for the 24 hours in Nürburgring.
ooh,
But I'm not sure that's how it works.
it's definitely a tinfoil hat moment.
That is very tinfoil hat, yeah. I mean, they did really good and they won that race. It's a good field, and they'll definitely be doing the 24-hour there, which is a different kettle of fish because during that length of race, anything can happen.
Yeah, and that is such a difficult track for anyone to just go and be
Amazing.
competitive at instantly.
Yeah, amazing. Oh, no, it's amazing what he's done there.
as a slight aside, I think it's actually really refreshing to see drivers doing outside racing of F1.
100%.
Yeah,
I know it's hard with a 24 race calendar to actually do it, but the fact that Verstappen's doing it and Stroll is doing it, you know, the last person I can remember was it Hulkenberg went and won Le Mans?
He did.
yeah,
Alonso did some IndyCar as well sometimes, didn't he?
and Le Mans and
Yeah.
Dakar.
Yeah, but like while they're
but-
actually in the season of F1,
Yeah.
going off and doing stuff on the weekends off, I think
yeah.
that's really interesting.
It's what that used to happen in the 60s.
They did, didn't they? They used to do a lot of Formula 2, which
Yep.
I think back then was basically F1 cars that weren't being used.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is good. It is cool, yeah.
I suppose the cautionary tale of that is Robert Kubica,
Yes.
because if something does go slightly wrong, that could be your F1 career.
Yeah, totally. And also Jim Clark.
Yes.
Yes.
Just thinking that.
It was an F2 race, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, I suppose all motorsport's risky. I mean, there is this viral clip going around of, is it like all Ferraris at Goodwood the past week, and one of the guys goes off into the
Yes.
barrier at like 20 miles an hour,
Oh, yeah, I've
and
seen
it
that.
looks like he almost gets split in half. It's like, so yeah,
Gets
He
thrown out
gets
the car.
thrown from the car, yeah.
yeah. So I was like, yeah, that's still pretty dangerous doing all that stuff.
Yeah, Goodwood is a feisty track. And those
Yes.
cars do not, I know they're not pushing them to the limits, but that is sketchy.
Yeah. Okay, China. Was there anybody else you wanted to shout out about China?
Just nice to see Hamilton back on form.
Yeah, basically.
It was. I think I said after Australia, like the Red Bull actually looks a decent car, but you know, it's just struggled there. I'd retract that. The Red Bull looks like a crap car. To be
Yeah, it
honest.
was me as well. I was hyping up thinking, oh, Verstappen could be in here because, you know, he crashed out of qualifying in Australia, but what would he have been done if he'd qualified in third? And, oh dear, no, it actually seems that Australia was a false dawn
Yeah,
and it is not doing very well.
No, the car seems to have a lot of issues, but it's not just him either. Hadjar's, I think he described it in Japan as dangerous to drive.
I do like how Hadjar qualified Verstappen.
Mm.
That's a rare moment there.
Oh yeah. When was the last time a teammate outqualified Verstappen?
I don't know off the top of my head. It would have been Perez at some point.
Probably.
Yeah.
Ricardo consistently was probably the last person.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, Japan, it was fairly similar to China, but you had the McLarens join the party.
Hmm.
And it was interesting because they were holding Mercedes at bay, basically up
Mm.
until the safety car. And Piastri was on the radio saying, if we stay ahead of them, we'll win this race, which is one of those truisms, isn't it? It's like,
Will
if the guy
Buxton.
doesn't overtake me, I will win. But
Have you seen that clip of Will Buxton explaining how he doesn't get paid for Netflix? And then
Yes.
they just ask him to explain something and then they cut in the bits.
yes, exactly. But like, and his point was fairly valid. Is like if they don't overtake us on track,
Yes.
like they don't have the. It's clear they didn't have the pace to get past. And what I loved about this is like you almost got. Remember a few years ago you had the DRS fights going into the activation zone where people were just like lifting off and
Yeah.
braking stupidly. You kind of had that here going into the last chicane where you were letting people go overtake, so you had the battery down the straight, which was clever. Probably again not great racing to watch, but at least it was a bit of strategy and excitement to see.
There's a highly contentious element of this new rule set, and in particular this race, because it was you didn't want to overtake it to the final chicane, did you really?
No.
Yes.
I mean, I think it was Norris that managed it again at the final lap on Hamilton and penultimate lap and did succeed in staying ahead.
Yeah.
But it was clear that some people were dropping off before that chicane, even conceding position to fly past the next straight. Now, I found that quite interesting, and tactically, it's fascinating. But a lot of existing F1 fans are throwing the toys out of the pram about that and saying, this is not true racing. What is this? It's Mario Kart.
Yeah. It's probably awkward because they had Jack Black and everyone there, didn't they?
For the
Yes.
Mario movie.
For the Mario movie this weekend. Yeah. No, I agree. It's not
something, though.
F1, but you're right. What I enjoyed about it is at least it was a bit of strategy.
Yes, because you started off, I can't remember who, a few drivers were caught unawares by that. And then by later on the race, everyone seemed to have cottoned on a bit.
Yeah.
And if it's that for every track where you have to work out when that can happen and what's going on, that's still intrigue, let's say.
Yeah. I mean, is it more exciting than what was traditionally a DRS pass
Yes.
going into that
I
straight?
think you have to think about it more, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
That
look like
perspective.
it because it does look like they just drive past them, but there is more skill and thought involved in where you deploy it, how you use it. So I don't mind that so much. It's just when there's the massive difference that it just looks weird.
Yeah, and I haven't really seen a difference quite as big as what I saw in Australia with Russell on
Mhm.
Leclerc. But that was also from a heli shot, and I'm wondering have they just stopped doing those now?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not sure of that. I mean, well, we saw the speed differential. It is most stark when Behrman came up behind Colapinto, which looked, I don't know, like 50 mile an hour difference between the two cars. Resulted in Behrman spinning off into the barriers, quite a big hit, which is also the risk of these cars, you know, certain cars jumping into recharge mode at different points. But like this specific incident, where the hell was Colapinto going?
I know
Like, I'm shocked he got away without that, without a penalty.
because people have said that he was just defending his line, but the speed differential was so great there was no point in trying to defend anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
He definitely moves.
he does, and I don't really think he should have had a penalty because it was just. I don't think it was intentional to put him off the track, but it was just misjudgment. But yeah, you just don't want to see that.
Yeah, this is the thing where I think Colapinto's harvesting and Bem's on full boost, potentially, the speed differential. And he's trying to, I understand what Bem's doing. He's trying to get a move where, okay, it's different to the whole chicane thing in the front straight, right? Catch him unawares. I think it was working.
Sort
must-
off with that.
Yeah, and I think the speed differential must be very difficult to work out for the driver ahead because you don't know when the person behind is going to have that speed differential.
Yes, and apparently this has happened 2 or 3 laps in a row before this actually happened, whereas Bema would be catching him at that point. They knew
Oh.
that Colapinto was harvesting through there.
Interesting.
But that particular difference in speed was not anticipated, but he kept catching him through there, and then he decides to move, which is why Colapinto was thinking of defending. But it's just it all came up so much with that extra speed.
I would like to say something that's very controversial, but Argentina, please calm down.
Right. Is this a like Falcons reference or is it something you've seen on
Yeah.
social media right now? What's going on, Tom?
There's two things. There's one is sort of some of the Colapinto fans' treatment towards Jack Doohan, which was in Drive to Survive.
Ah, yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
And then this week, the Alpine team has had to put out an unprecedented statement saying, we are not favouring Gasly over Colapinto. There's no such thing as sabotage.
Yeah,
The Colapinto fans are basically accusing Alpine of giving Gasly a better car and all this sort of stuff. And I think it's a bit desperate.
I think Gasly's done quite well in that Alpine.
yeah.
He's smashing it.
Colapinto, I just don't think he has the talent.
That's my opinion as well. And this is not going down well with a cohort of individuals online who are being extremely aggressive in their defense of Colapinto.
Just delete social media.
Yeah, that is the thing.
Yeah, anyway, Ollie Behrman looked like he was injured a bit.
Yes,
Yeah.
knee contusion, which basically means he hit his knee. It's like a soft
Yeah.
tissue injury.
Oh, from a medical expert there. Thank you for the update.
I was trying to work
You-
out why he hit his knee on because they're very well padded in the cockpit.
Yeah. He could
Unless
have...
it was his own knee, basically. He banged
Yeah.
it together.
Steering column, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, anyway, it's a big hit. Such a big hit that the camera stops working, doesn't it?
Yeah, and if we hadn't had the two races cancelled, he might not have been able to make the first one.
Oh, yeah. Who would they have put in? I can't remember.
It is Jack Doohan, isn't it? Who's the reserve?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Good Jack. Yeah. I am kind of glad that Saudi was cancelled.
Mhm.
Like, that was my first thought after this crash was what the hell was Colapinto doing?
Ah, with the speed differences.
My second thought was,
Yeah.
thank God they're not on that Jeddah circuit because that's every corner's blind. And if you have
Yeah.
someone, imagine what would happen there if you had someone with a 50 mile an hour speed difference in one of those corners. Like,
Yeah, not good.
I can't really think of another track where it might be as dangerous. Like this, I wouldn't have said this track would have been dangerous. It was also just a happening. Basically, as you say, they've spotted an opportunity and they went for it, and Colapinto's moved. I can't really think of another track where it would be as stark as Jeddah. I think that would be the worst. You know,
Yeah.
Monaco shouldn't be too bad because it's so slow speed.
Yeah.
Maybe in the tunnel.
Sainz came out as part of the GPDA, didn't he, in a strong statement after this, in one of the post-race interviews, and he was also mentioning Baku as like a worry.
Yeah, there's blind
True.
sections there, which maybe Baku in that long straight. How the hell are these batteries going to manage that?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I should say
Well,
as well that Colapinto was not the only person to have issues there. Russell suddenly slowed down through that section, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He had two instances at least at some battery harvesting issues, and that hindered his progress, no doubt. But I also think Leclerc was on it, man. I thought he's so good. His defense against Russell was brilliant. And he was so ballsy into the first corner, and it forced Russell into like a little oversteer correction. And that got him the podium, I think.
So I was trying to work out why it happened. They said it was some kind of strategic decision to give him a mode to give him more power, and somehow it just gave him none.
It looked like a car switched off for a minute, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because at
Yeah.
first I thought, has he been told to let him through? Has he done something naughty? And then it's just like, no, his car's just naff.
yeah, I think it's going to take a long time for everyone to get a hang of these.
Mhm.
And we're just going to have random moments. I'm convinced we'll have another spectacular, probably airplane crash at some point.
Mm.
With just the way that this is going. But, you know, China was good. Japan was all right. One thing I will say about Japan is I didn't watch the live coverage. I watched the Channel 4 highlight package. So much better. You don't get the team radios, which is a part I noticed. I was like, you're not getting all the team radio messages we normally get watching live. But in terms of coverage, cutting out all the waffle and like the commentary was, again, it was Julian Palmer was like the co-com guy. he's actually really quite good at this.
No, that's the thing. You can't say, Julian Palmer's quite good because his reputation is in the toilet, but he's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
So I am tempted. I might actually just ditch watching the Sky coverage and switch to Channel 4 because I genuinely enjoyed it much, much more.
It depends on what time of day. So, like,
Yeah.
sometimes the Channel 4 highlights are not until 1 a.m. the next morning.
Yeah, that's a problem when you've got that kind of race.
Yeah. But when it's like if it's an early morning race, and then so basically Channel 4 has it at 1 p.m. during the day, it's like perfect for me.
Yeah,
I'll just keep quiet on the internet until then and watch it.
exactly.
Yeah, I kind of have to watch it before I even go downstairs because in this house the news is constantly on.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's just
Well, do you know what? I had the flipping Australian Grand Prix. Oh, no, I'd actually watched it live, so that's fine. But if I hadn't, I was then driving in the morning, and there was like these light up billboards, and sometimes they show news for some reason.
Mm.
And it was like, George Russell wins. I was like, wow, you've done that before the Channel 4 coverage starts.
yeah.
Because F1 is everywhere, which is really amazing. But it does, yeah, if you're trying to avoid spoilers, it's not ideal.
I actually preferred F1 when it wasn't as popular.
Are you being elitist?
No, it's just like it was always a mainstream kind of sport, isn't it? It always has been. Like,
It's always been
let's
popular,
not
yeah.
kid ourselves.
But now it's...
Now it's got to the point where there's just things happening that annoys me. But again, it is good for the sport and everything like that. It's more popular, but I do think a lot of the coverage, as you say, is too much at times.
Just before we came on, I saw on YouTube that Sky Sports have put a Crofty interview up if you want to see it.
No, I'm fine, mate.
How to be a good commentator, basically.
Oh, okay.
Not exactly what it's called, but it's 11 questions you've always wanted to ask an F1 commentator.
Well, my favourite thing, and it was quite funny about it, was when someone made the comment, "Why don't you use the practice sessions to practice being a commentator?" and he read it out on air. I was like, "Well, fair enough, Crofty, you've done well." But yeah, I really genuinely enjoyed the race without him. But anyway,
I do think it works better this weekend. You had Jenson Button doing the co-commentation.
Oh, interesting.
That's always... I just like it when there's different people in there. It mixes it up a bit. And especially when it's not Nico Rosberg. But yeah, it was different.
Did you know he won the title in 2016? He put everything into it and beat Hamilton.
I didn't actually, no. Because he doesn't ever mention it.
Never mentions it, yeah.
yeah, Sky's covers needs an overhaul, as I say every week. Right, so Japan. Anything else with Japan? I mean, Hamilton was having some great races as well, then just went backwards.
I was just disappointed there. He got Russell at the safety car restart. I was like, yeah, boy. And then he just went really slowly.
Yeah. They seem much better on restarts, don't they?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's something to do with that turbo again or whatever, but they seem to have much more performance the first lap or two on a restart or on a start.
My concern is it's another false storm for Ferrari. Australia, Albert Park is always a strange circuit, so you should never read into too much. China, McLaren didn't start. I know it's a different circuit, different thing, but McLaren had the edge here. I think Norris was a bit unlucky with the safety car. Although, I think Piastri has got the edge on Norris so far this year.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's noticeable. So we'll see if that turns around. But yeah, my feeling is that Ferrari's the third team and they might start drifting away from Merck and McLaren.
Yeah, it's
quite possible.
I mean, I'm just looking at the time splits here. So between Hamilton in 6th and Verstappen in 7th with Gasly in the middle, there's only 7 seconds. So that kind of goes to what you're saying, Tom, is that maybe Ferrari are actually close up the midfield. It's just that they were so closest to Mercedes. That was what we just saw in the English races. But in reality, they're quite a bit off.
It could be just Japan. I think Hamilton struggled compared to Charles, but that's that. Well, we'll see in a month.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is if Mercedes get on top of the race starts, they're going to start winning races by 40, 50 seconds at the moment.
Yeah, if they're out front, they're not really getting challenged.
And McLaren with that powertrain did get a good start.
Yes. They did.
both.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what, they finished 25 seconds ahead of the Ferraris in China, and then, what, 12 or 17 seconds, 13 seconds ahead of Piastri here, and the safety cars. So, in reality, you're right, they're miles ahead. If McLaren can figure it out, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, I agree.
We're going to end on a downer now, aren't we? We started off quite positive.
Well, there's still plenty of development in this season, though. That's the thing. Because these regulations are so new to everyone, there's quite a lot of opportunity for it to switch around if someone makes big gains somewhere.
I hope so, especially in this break. What if Williams turn up with a car that's the right weight?
Oh, Williams, my God. They're so bad.
Yeah.
What a waste of 4 years.
It's staggering, really.
Yeah. But this break is interesting. So it's an unexpected 5-week break until the start of May, where we go to Miami. Like it's quite a long time for development in that period. I mean, I imagine teams will be pulling forward packs that were probably planning for like round 7 or 8 because they've got this time now. They're trying to pull those forward to like Miami or even Canada. Because there's a 3-week break between Miami and Canada as well. So, like, I imagine we'll see a hell of a lot of upgrades in the next 2 races.
I hope so. I really would like to see that and a shake-up of the order. I think it's going to be very difficult for anyone from the midfield to join those top 3 still at the minute because the gap seems... I don't know. I do think the safety car flatter to deceive a bit with that sort of times. But, yeah, it could be that Red Bull get their act together. It could be that... it would be amazing to see just someone move forward from that midfield in a surprise leap. The challenge there is everybody's got the same amount of time off, so everybody will be developing. It's hard to find that big silver bullet, but with these rules, I think there's a greater chance of that happening. I agree.
I think Aston will be the happiest with the break. Gives them time to maybe get a car that can finish a race.
Well, I won't go that far. Oh, no, Alonso finished Japan.
Well, yes, but not competitively.
That's the big team that needs to make the big leap. And if anyone could it be them? Well, they're so bad. There's a law of diminishing returns, right? So if they find a second, they're still really far back, but that's still a big improvement. It's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, this is how I was going to say. They could sort all their problems and make a huge leap forward and still be 15th.
Yeah, yeah. I can't believe it's happened to Alonso again. Oh, no, wait, I can. You reap what you sow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's going to be an incredible book or documentary about Alonso when he finishes. And it's just going to be how he managed to politic himself out of every race-winning car he's ever in.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the Asia legs of the F1, I guess. So, yeah, Bahrain off, Saudi off. There's chat of one of them maybe being dropped in later in the season in September.
Just cancel it, thanks.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Saudi Arabia in September though? The temperature and like it looks like Bahrain's just gone. It's not happening. But the chat is that Saudi may get slotted in somewhere. But yeah, I gave you Tom. Just let it rest.
Yeah.
We'll come back next year hopefully when it's all calmed down a bit. But we've still got the Spanish Grand Prix, the new one, because I've been seeing pictures of that getting built, and it doesn't look close. I know the race isn't until September, but it looks quite far away.
Good, cancel that too.
Yeah. I'm curious to see it just because I've got no idea what it's going to be like, but I don't hold much hope of it being a good race.
Yeah. But it's strange going to be having these big breaks because it's hard to build momentum in the season, isn't it? But don't worry, the BTCCU is back soon.
Yes.
It is. Me and Nick are going to roving report from the test day. Well, we're going to go down. We're not going to record a podcast there, but...
Hey, you've said it now. I'm expecting something.
Nope.
So yeah, Donington Parks is in 2 weeks' time. I think it's the 19th.
Something
April.
like that.
It's not
So when are you going to the season launch?
Wednesday.
the 8th. It'll be interesting.
Are the cars testing, or is it?
Yep.
Yeah,
That'll
not
be-
that long of a test. I don't think it's a few hours. You get all the launch stuff. I think it's in the morning, and then in the early afternoon you get a couple of hours testing. But I might be wrong on that.
That's the usual format. I've not actually looked. Yeah, what happens? Yeah, it should be that. Well, interesting.
Yeah, be interesting to see the liveries as well because we haven't really had that many of them shown yet.
Expect WSR to be plain white.
Yep.
Just for a change.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, you guys can let us know what your thoughts are. We'll need to do a preview podcast.
Oh yeah.
So that will be out the week of Donington Park, first race of the season. Why is Donny the first race?
Has been for the last couple of years, I think. It always
Was
used
it?
to be Brands, but I think
Yeah.
around COVID time it started changing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Donington Park 19th. So if you'll keep an eye out that week, we will have a preview episode, which is always the most downloaded episode of the year because people come in excited and then we let them down immediately and they never come back. So that's always good. Right, that'll do. We'll see you next week. Or no, a couple of weeks because it'll be the tour car preview. So that'll be the next episode. So we'll see you then.
See you later.
Bye.
Right, have you guys been to McDonald's yet and got the McGriddle?
I didn't know
No.
what it is. I've just had to Google it. It
So
looks
it's a
mental.
sausage and egg McMuffin, but instead of like the muffin roll, it's two slabs of pancake dipped in maple syrup. And it's incredible. Like apparently this is a huge thing in America.
I was going to say this sounds like an American thing.
It, you can feel your arteries hardening as you're eating it, but apparently it's only like 500 calories. So to me, that's a fairly healthy
That's
breakfast.
per
But
bite.
if you haven't been to McDonald's yet, it's a limited time thing. Go and get yourself a McGriddle.
Right. Okay.
I will have to look. The last time I looked, which was last week, there wasn't such a thing on the menu.
I know.
Yeah, this could be a Scottish thing, you know.
Yeah.
No. It's a limited thing. So it started on the middle of March. So it's a sausage, free-range egg, cheese, and maple-infused griddle cakes. So it's it's basically your normal McMuffin thing, but it's incredibly sweet.
All right. I'll give it a try. I'm full right now. And talking
Yeah.
about something like this, not the best.
492 calories. I mean, that's nothing.
Might as well have two.
I mean, compared to a pizza crunch.
Oh, don't do that to me. I mean, it's got 24 grams of protein per portion. I mean,
Oh,
if you're a gym bro, this is it perfect.
Why is everything in the supermarket now protein this, protein that? Like, doesn't make it healthy. It's probably a good
I
thing
know.
to have it, but
Even when you like walk around like the microwave food sections, you've
Yeah.
got like chicken tikka masala, but high protein, and you're like, yeah, that it's got protein in it normally because it's got chicken. Like, I don't know what the hell you've had to pour in that to give it high protein, but
Yeah, it's not a selling point for me.
no. Well, I think Lidl has like high protein tiramisus and things like that. And you're like, you can't just slap like high protein powder into shit and make it
Yeah.
like healthy. Like, it's
You know,
still a
added
tiramisu.
beef.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
What I will say is though, the wee Malteser F1 cars, very good.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat, that was
Did,
it.
did you see 500,000 were stolen?
What are they?
12 tons.
12 tons of those F1 Kit Kats were stolen. In
Were
Europe. Yeah.
So you can get them on the black market now.
If you're in Poland.
I like some of the replies from other companies to that tweet as well.
Yeah. So Colin's missed all this, but it was basically free PRing then because they put out a statement saying all these F1 chocolates have been stolen. And then on April Fool's Day especially, all these other companies were saying, oh, we're passing on our condolences to Kit Kat. So I can't remember what it was. And that became this big social media thing. And it's all just promotion for Kit Kat.
Yeah, it was Pizza Hut put out one saying, for a limited time only, Kit Kat pizzas
Yeah,
and things like that.
just like insinuating that they'd stolen them or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. Anyway, they actually make. I had some insider information about this.
Cool.
So I think it was like half a million was stolen or something. But I didn't have it queued up. What a pro! 4 million are made each day just in York.
What?
Yeah.
4 million Kit Kats or 4 million F1 Kit Kats?
F1 Kit Kats.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's just the UK production facility. Yeah. So yeah, it's not so good, but they've got plenty. Basically, someone stole the lorry. Someone stole the truck for the truck, right? But it was full of Kit Kats.
Yeah. Oh man, that's amazing. What a thing to steal. Imagine getting locked up and you're like, why are you in here? Oh mate.
Yeah.
Just couldn't resist. So all these Kit Kats were sitting there, I just couldn't resist, mate. And you got 10 years for it. Oh, it was worth it. 10 years, man. Probably worth it. Sorry, I'll cut you off. You got F1 Doritos.
There's F1 Doritos with Crofty on the advert. Yeah. There are two official F1 flavors of Doritos now, and there's obviously the Monster Energy Lando Norris version and stuff. So
Oh, that tastes like piss. Honestly, have you tried it?
no, I don't do Monster.
I don't think I would.
Oh, by the way, the Lewis Hamilton one, which I've had to rename because he's Ferrari thing, it's now called
Yeah.
Full Throttle, but the Lewis Hamilton one is beautiful. It's my favourite by miles. The Lando Norris one, honest to God, it's like they've emptied their drain out the sink into a can. It's absolutely horrid. And it's a lime green can, and everything about it is honking. So, I'm sorry, Lando, but your drink's shite. So, yeah.
But it just goes to
Apologies.
show the ubiquity of F1.
What flavours of Doritos do you get for F1?
It's like spicy sriracha or something. I've not tried them, but I've seen them in the shop.
Yeah.
I'm on the Tesco website. Oh yeah, golden sriracha.
Yeah, there we go, yeah.
1.4 star rating from 10 reviews.
That's for Crofty
So-
on the advert.
So we'll be back with that in a couple of weeks. Is there any more you guys want to say about the F1 or about, I don't know, your favourite McDonald's takeaway meal?
No.
I had a Popeyes the other day for lunch. It was beautiful.
Oh,
Not had one.
it
I
is
did
good.
get a Wendy's for the first time the other day.
Oh, did you have not tried that Wendy's?
I had a Wendy's breakfast.
I've not tried a Wendy's yet.
And their muffin is not as nice as a McDonald's one, but the
Ah,
was it bacon and sausage roll was very nice.
Oh, interesting.
Crispy bacon, that's a winner.
Oh, yeah. America does bacon weird. Different. Better.
I'm just looking to see if there's one in Scotland.
There's one in Leeds, but I've not been.
There's one in Dundee and there's one in Glasgow.
Glasgow.
So, Glasgow. So yeah, I might try a Wendy's then at some point.
Yeah. Popeyes was good, though.
Popeyes, oh, it's so good.
It's so bad, but so good.
It's like KFC times 100 because
Yeah. Yeah. That's
KFC
better
is
than KFC.
rotten.
It's
Yeah.
expensive, but it's nice.
It's
Yeah.
nice for a treat.
And on that
So-
note,
I have a side
Yeah.
note very quickly on KFC though.
oh, yeah.
Go for it.
Don't have KFC anymore because their chips are rank.
I agree.
You can only get them seasoned now, especially if you get delivery. I don't know if you go in there, there's different. But you can
No,
only get
that's it. Yeah.
seasoned ones, and it's just salty and crap. Just don't
We'll
enjoy
be
it.
back next week with more fast food reviews.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do us. I'm away to have some M&S extra cream bourbon creams. So
Ooh, nice choice.
Ooh, I bought a
That's-
Toblerone.
that's my tea time treat. Oh, Toblerone. We're all just fat bastards, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a bit of that.